Okay, and right now we have something about some food poisoning. Do you want to explain this?
Yeah, actually, somebody on our subreddit, I think it was a Chinese-Canadian dude. I just really loved his commentary here, and it added some context to this. So basically, Markham's in Toronto.
Okay.
I used to go there all the time. I don't know why I would go there. It wasn't to buy bootleg DVDs. It was definitely to observe the culture. Actually, what I would usually go there for is for authentic Chinese food.
Oh, I thought you'd go there just to drink because,
of course, yeah.
You couldn't drink
Americans, what we do is if you live near Canada like I did, what you do is you would drive up and you could drink in Toronto when you're 19 as opposed to 21. Right?
So bizarre, this 21-year rule thing.
Yeah. So that's what we would do.
Anyway.
And anyway, I'd go to Markham and I'd get really good dumplings and good Chinese food there.
Right.
Anyway, there was suspected food poisoning, and it was at a like a barbecue restaurant.
It's called Delight Restaurant.
Yeah, that's right.
Delightful food poisoning right here in the Shuangxi. I got the Shuangxi sign on there.
Yeah. So anyway, they closed the restaurant because there was patrons that fell ill. Right. And I wanted to read this guy's Chinese-Canadian dude's commentary about this. He says, so this happened recently in my city. Turns out someone used aconite as an ingredient, or common monk's hood, right? Better known as wolfsbane.
Okay.
Which is a highly poisonous herb, right?
Yeah. Sounds like something that a witch throws in her pot.
It truly sounds like we're about to fire up a game of Baldur's Gate 3.
Yeah, wolfsbane and...
Yeah, or we're watching like, I don't know, we're playing D&D or something.
Something like that, yeah.
It's highly poisonous, is never used as medicine or for cooking, as it contains no actual beneficial features, right? My pro-CCP or TCM supporting parents say, like all medicines, too much via overdosing can be dangerous. And this is what pro-traditional Chinese medicine people say in China, is that everything is bad if it's just too much. But if you use a little bit, that's good. And that's why Western medicine is bad, because they just use too much. Right?
Yeah, which can be actually dangerous when it comes to people with an allergy. Like a severe peanut allergy, they'll be like, that's okay, man lai. Just have a little bit and you'll be okay.
Yes.
You got to watch out for that.
So his parents said, like all medicines, too much via overdosing can be dangerous, to justify whomever at the restaurant added the poison to the dish.
Right.
Like the belief that the tingling, bitter taste means that the medicine is working, or some such nonsense.
Sure.
And that is the thing. They'll say, that tingling, that bitterness, that means it's working. That means you're not supposed to enjoy it. It's supposed to make you feel bad because that means the medicine's working.
It means it's working. Yeah.
Bullshit.
It means it's poison and your body's rejecting it.
Yes.
Yeah.
They keep trying to peddle this or this snake oil with dubious medicinal qualities on any health issue with zero knowledge of what the actual cause is. I recently injured my back, and my mom keeps trying to push this ointment made up of turpentine and menthol on me, saying that it'll soothe my pain and fix up the injury. I humored her and tried it out for a week, but as suspected, it did squat all. Yeah. Turns out, after an MRI, there's a cyst on my spine, pinching a nerve, which needs to be drained and removed. So nothing TCM can fix.
Sure.
I wouldn't be surprised if TCM is continuing their problems instead of actually solving them. And thank you for saying that. That is something that I have been harping on about for so long. And I know people get sick of me talking about TCM, but it's so detrimental to facing actual medical issues.
Yeah.
Instead of facing actual medical issues, getting an MRI, getting your lung scan, getting your brain scan, checking for tumors, for God's sakes, an herb or some tincture from traditional Chinese medicine is administered instead of actually facing the real problem. And that to me is immoral and bad. And I hate that. I think that's bad.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. But, look, you get that in all cultures. And I'm not doing this as a whataboutism thing.
I get you.
But, for instance, my parents believe in a lot of that sort of homeopathic type stuff, which, same thing, really.
Love your parents, but homeopathy,
Same thing.
Let's get out of the 70s.
Yeah.
Let's get back to 2022.
Yeah, exactly. Same thing. Like have a sugar pill and it's going to make you better or whatever. And in some cases, it's the belief that it's fixing you actually fixes it,
David Neufeld says, TCM promotes Darwinism. It does.
Yeah, they've done studies. I've mentioned this before. We've mentioned it before. But a lot of the TCM ingredients actually cause cancer. And people, it's unfortunate. It has the opposite effect. And was it one of your Chinese relatives or one of my Chinese relatives got throat cancer from drinking hot tea?
One of mine.
It was one of yours. Yeah, it was one of those, may as well
turns out, if you scald your throat over and over again, building scar tissue, it turns cancerous.
Yes.
What a surprise. And it's funny because that same treatment drinking hot water, 喝热水.
Yeah.
That's the most common phrase you'll hear in China, by the way.
Yeah.
More than like...
喝多一点热水.
Yeah, that's literally what you'll hear everywhere. Drink more hot water. That is used as a cure-all even for throat cancer. So it turns out that's what was causing it.
Yeah, exactly. So anyway, look, there are certain beliefs, and the problem is it's not regulated, okay?
Yeah, that's correct.
That's the biggest issue is you can go to any of these little clinics in China and you can get your TCM and they'll just go like, okay, go there and get whatever.
Yeah.
You can mix this crap, they mix it up
There's
together.
no central authority.
By the way, why do you think it's called wolf's bane in the first point? Like,
I'll look it up.
because do wolves eat it and then they're like, oh man, I really regret that, and they roll around or something?
Wolfsbane.
Why is it called that? It's got to have a reason. What's the etymology?
Wolfsbane, yeah.
It's the bane of wolves.
What is a cockchafer beetle?
I don't want to know.
What is a cockchafer beetle?
I don't know, but what does it have to do with wolfsbane?
When I looked up wolfsbane entomology, it came up with a cockchafer beetle.
Okay, well, we probably got to figure out what that is.
Anyway, it's called monk's head, wolfsbane, leopard's bane, mousebane, woman's bane, devil's helmet, queen of poison, or blue rocket. It's a genus of over 250 flowering plants.
Why is it called wolfsbane?
Why is it called wolfsbane?
Yeah, we got to know, right?
Yeah, I just don't want to see those cockchafer beetles anymore.
It's okay, yeah.
Name's wolfsbane comes from an old European practice of poisoning wolves with meat scraps laced with aconite roots.
Now, that actually makes sense.
That's cool, actually.
So
not killing the wolves, but like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, okay, so they really don't like it. Wolves are like, man, that damn wolves, that...
It's kind of like Looney Tunes. They're like, got me again.
Yeah, well, this is the bane of us wolves.
Yes, they have a meeting.
Well, that makes sense.
Yeah.